Let's take a look at how the monkey mind affects us every day, how it has such a huge impact on our lives. Let me give you an example. So I'm late for a meeting and I'm hungry. I haven't eaten for a while. And so I walk into this Thai restaurant and there's this lady behind the counter and I say, is it possible to get an order to go? I'm thinking like just a vegetable with chicken, like a chicken stir fry. And she looks at me completely puzzled and she says, do you want a noodle dish? And I say, does stir fry comes with noodle? And again, she looks completely puzzled and she says, would you like to look at the menu? And in that moment, I am just like filled with irritation, and I can feel it in my body. And my monkey mind starts chattering and goes, doesn't she know what a chicken stir fry is? She should know what it is. And so imagine now I get in my car and I start driving. I have my order to go and the phone rings. And now it's my partner. And she proceeds to just download one thing after another. And I'm just like starting to feel more stress now, not less stress. And there's about 5 subjects that happens in a, space of maybe 5-10 minutes. And I'm filled with irritation. And my monkey mind says, why is she doing that? Make this stop. It's going too fast. So I hang up. I keep driving. I come across a bridge. There's this construction going on and there's huge railing on each side and they're wrapped up in heavy-duty plastic. And my monkey mind says, what are they doing? Is the whole world now just going to be wrapped up in plastic? What is happening? Now, let's pause this for a moment. How many of us have this constant bombardment of thoughts? And what do we actually do with that thinking? Do we do anything? Most of us have been conditioned to follow it, to actually really truly believe it. And if you stop for a moment and realize what is actually happening is it's affecting me. It's affecting us. Did the clerk really have any idea of what my monkey mind was saying or what reality it was creating? Probably not. And my wife neither when she was talking on the phone, and neither did the bridge. And so here's what's happening is that who is in charge of our experience? Well, the monkey mind is when we follow it. And is it creating the result and the experience that we truly desire? And so there's a part of the way we live that hasn't been examined enough to actually understand that following this conditioned way of thinking is actually brutal. It's not helping us feel better. So there's another way to live, and it's about coming back in connection. And what do I mean by that? It's like a connection with ourselves. So imagine that in each of those moments, imagine that what's actually happening is that the monkey mind is disconnecting us from the truer experience that we're having. So let me give you an example. The first time that I'm going to be late for a meeting, right? So I'm stressed out about that. And so I walk into the restaurant and I'm asking, to get my food. And so what is the deeper issue? And for most of us, it could be different for every person. But when I take a moment to examine what's actually happening underneath there, I'm actually concerned about what the people are going to think about me being late at the meeting. And so this is not about the lady behind the counter or getting a chicken stir fry or her understanding, right, what a chicken stir fry is. The deeper issue is that I am having anxiety about how I'm going to be perceived. And further than that, I'm equating that to my own sense of okayness, my own sense of worth. So when that goes unexamined, I'm not in relationship with myself. I'm following this monkey mind. It's endless thinking of telling me that the problem is the lady, right? She should know what a chicken stir fry is. And the same thing in the other two examples. With my wife, when she's talking, when I take a breath and I go deeper and I stop for a moment, I start noticing that I'm believing that it's my job to solve those problems or the things that she's coming up with. And I can't keep up. So again, the deeper issue is about my sense of okayness. And it's not being attuned to, it's not being cared for. And then with the bridge, what's happening is I have this deep fear, right, that I'm not doing enough in the world. And so if you pay attention, that's the reality of what's happening in my nervous system. Unfortunately, no one has taught us that this is actually closer to what is happening. And the thing is that I can keep following this monkey mind, which most of us do, and I don't always catch this monkey mind. And it isn't about being perfect in this relationship with, managing this monkey mind. It is more about developing an awareness of what is really truer for me. Like, what kind of experience are you having in each moment? And wouldn't that be great if we can just actually put ourselves back in the driver's seat of, oh, this is my life, and my monkey mind is attempting to help me. And mostly what it's been trained to do is avoid the bad feelings, avoid the bad experiences. Well, that's all good, but does it actually work? Right? When we're focused on the situation of the other people and we're putting the blame on our stress based on what's happening out there, does it help resolve the anxiety? Does it help us feel better? It doesn't. It truly doesn't. So here's my invitation. The next time you feel some urgent irritation, like in your body, just take a breath and just notice and simply ask yourself, what, beside what the story that is running here, beside that story that it's the other person or it's the, it's the situation, just take a deep breath and start developing a sense of compassion towards the experience you're having, not trying to fix it, not trying to judge it, not trying to solve anything, but simply notice, oh, yes, I'm having an experience. Let me be with that experience. And know that there's a difference between the reactionary experience, which is, the first reaction is, oh my God, this clerk, she's annoying. She should know better. Why can't she know what a stir fry is? That emotion is a reactive emotion to the thoughts I'm having. Is not the same as the deeper emotion that's happening inside of me of the fear of being late for the meeting and how I'm going to be perceived. So this way of being in relation with oneself changes completely, because instead of following a mindset, right, that I'm just so attached to and holding on to, I'm actually taking the time, slowing down just long enough. And it doesn't take hours to do this. It can happen in just a few minutes, and we can just step back, take a breath, and notice, and start building a relationship with the truer experience that we're having. If this message resonated with you, it's not meant just to be information. Real transformation can happen when we actually put in practice in real life what we're actually learning. So for that reason, we put together some groups. We call them pods. And in those groups, we get to actually live the skills of getting to go beyond this monkey mind and actually find a place to feel safe and fully be authentically ourselves. So if that speaks to you, come and join us. Those pods are called Aviv la Vie. We look forward to meeting you.